Well, good afternoon, everyone. So today, about 13:47 hours, we received a call here at 53 West Vine Street in the parking lot of the Mighty Wings. We were reported a disturbance that happened in the parking lot, and what we've learned so far is that there were shots exchanged, which led to two males being shot. We also learned that there was another male who was traveling east on 192, and his vehicle there was a stray bullet that went through his vehicle, through the driver's side, out through the passenger side. He was injured, but they don't appear life-threatening. What we do know is that one of the males is deceased, but we are not releasing any of his information until we notify his next of kin. Okay. That's really all I can do. Anybody have any questions right now that I can answer?
Right?
I'm sorry?
No one's in custody?
No one's in custody yet. We are still investigating all of that information. It does appear to be an isolated incident. So our detectives are working very diligently to identify and, hopefully arrest someone within, a reasonable amount of time.
One of the men were shooting at each other outside of the wings.
That's what it appears to be, yes, ma'am.
Any idea how it started?
We do not know how it started or why it started. We were just called. Sorry. We were called based on a disturbance that was happening in the parking lot.
How many guns did you recover?
I'm not at liberty to say right yet.
Do you know the age range? Were these young men? They look like in their 20s, 30s, or older?
We don't have an age on them yet. Like I say, detectives are still working on this, and we're gathering information. And as soon as we can release that, we will.
And the driver that was hit by the stray bullet, he was driving along Vine Street, headed east.
Yes, he was actually. I don't know if it's his personal vehicle or if it's a business vehicle, but he was traveling east, and just a stray bullet. It looked like it went through the driver's side and exited the passenger side. I don't know if he was injured with the stray bullet or was it glass breakage. We don't know that yet. They're both being treated right now for their injuries at the hospital.
Was there any surveillance video that captured the shooting, maybe at the business itself or someone nearby?
I don't want to release that just yet, but as soon as we gather that information, we'll definitely make sure we keep you guys up to date.
I know you said two men suffered gunshot wounds, but there were more people involved in the exchange of gunfire, right?
We don't know that yet. Like I say, we're still gathering all the evidence, if there are any videos, and then we will determine exactly how many people have been involved.
This is a shopping plaza. Were they in any of the stores or the wing shop? Were they customers and came out in the lot and had an incident?
So it appears they may have been customers into one of the shops. We have not verified that yet. All I do know is they were in the parking lot when the gunfire exchanged.
You have a lot of evidence markers on the ground. Do you know how many shell cases you guys found, if you're able to share that?
A lot, but I don't know how many that is. There are several, and until our crime scene technicians are able to process the scene, we won't know exactly how many until that is completed.
How did you find a lot? Like more than 10, more than 5?
It appears to be more than 10.
A bit of an odd question. There's a clump in the middle of the road over here by the evidence markers. Is that clothing? Can you tell us what we're looking at? We just can't see close.
I do believe it's closed from where the first responders for the fire department had came and worked on one of the victims. So, Any other questions?
What you said about how old the individual is in the street?
I don't have his age yet.
Can you give me your full name, please?
Yes, it's Betty, Betty Holland, Holland. Okay.
Chief, do we have a rough age on those involved?
I do not have their ages as of yet.
Do we have a range?
Honestly, I do not know. No.
The agencies that responded, was it just KPD? I know that you've got your forensics out here.
Yeah, so it was KPD, obviously the fire department from the Kissimmee, city of Kissimmee. The sheriff's office did respond to help us with the traffic because, as you see, 192 and Main is a very busy intersection. So they did come and help assist with some of the road closures and things like that.
All the roads have been reopened.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your reaction to just hearing something like this in a highly populated area, strip mall, and then on top of it, someone struck by a stray bullet in traffic?
Well, we don't know if it was a stray bullet or if it was the glass that actually injured that person. But you know, it's disheartening. Obviously, there's a lot of innocent people that visit this area, and you know, it's just a miracle that nobody else got hurt. So
We can
We heard there
confirm
was
that a
another-
bullet hit a passing car.
it looks like a stray bullet
Okay.
did hit a passing car. Yes, yes, ma'am.
We heard that there was another shooting today in Kissimmee this morning. Could you tell us where that was and if anyone got injured there?
So yes, I can. So at about 11:02 today, it was on our bike path that was between Dyer and Thacker. It was behind the Vineyards and Cascades apartment complex. There was a 17-year-old male juvenile and an 18-year-old male who was exiting from behind the apartment complex onto the bike path. Another male approached both of those males and opened fire on them, and one male, the 18-year-old male, unfortunately died from those injuries. The other male appears to be fine. He was injured, but he is still being treated at the hospital.
Was this an
Excuse me.
isolated incident?
This one seems to be an isolated incident, just like this incident. They do appear to be isolated. It appears that they may know each other. So we're still working on that angle to make sure, but I don't believe that there are any, there's a danger necessarily to the public for these two incidences.
Can you give that location again? Sorry.
Yes, sir. It was our bike path that was in between Dyer and Thacker Avenue. It's behind Cascades and the Vineyards apartment complexes. They're not connected. Not that we have learned. They're not connected. No, ma'am.
I know you guys are investigating one from last weekend over here on Central Avenue. Any connection with? We now have 3 in about a week in the same kind of general area.
Yeah. So all these incidents appear to be isolated. They don't appear to be, they appear to be isolated and targeted to those individuals. So there's no connections that we've made to any of these shootings.
The one from this morning, that suspect has been targeted.
No, that suspect is still at large. Our detectives are working there again to get that person identified and to, put that person in custody. I really got to give it to, my staff, the Criminal Investigations Division Captain Munoz, and all of the detectives working under his command, because they have been very busy and they have been working diligently to, bring these cases to a closure. So I'm very proud to be working with all of the men and women of the Kissimmee Police Department.
As for this scene here, no further threat to the community in this area.
No, ma'am, there isn't. Any other? Thank you, guys.
Joe.
Thank you.